Thank you for joining us for the latest episode of One Play Classic. And we've seen tremendous action in our coverage of grassroots, school, national and international sport, and we applaud the athletes for their commitment. Now, this featured match is a perfect example of the entertainment on offer, so let's not waste any more time and get straight into the action.
Hello and a very warm welcome wherever you're joining us across the globe for this, the World Football Legends Battle of the Reds 2019, which features veteran teams from Liverpool, Manchester United and of course Singapore. It's going to be a three-half format, as it were, which means that Liverpool will play Singapore to get us underway. Then it will be Manchester United versus Singapore. And the last thing on offer for us a little bit later on is what I hazard a guess everyone will want to see. It will be, of course, Manchester United versus Liverpool. Well, as you can see, the Singapore National Stadium always delivers. It's a fantastic, wonderful venue. And we can rock with AC/DC. And I can rock as I have John Wilkinson, a former Singapore international, sitting alongside me to go through the proceedings today. That, John, is played for the IPL, which is the cricket, but this is the football. The teams are getting ready to come out. We're expecting a nice spectacle, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We're expecting not a frenetic pace by any stretch of the imagination, but quality. A metronomic style from whatever side takes to the pitch. And you said rock on. I hope there's a lot of rocking and rolling on the pitch. I hope there's a little bit of drama. And I hope these players give not quite what they used to have, but give what they've got now.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, John? I mean, you never lose it. That's the expression and terminology in football. You've always got it. You just get that little bit slower. So we can expect to see balls being sprayed around. We can expect to see some individual brilliance, but it's just going to be that little bit slower.
It is, yeah, and players are going to be able to put the foot on the ball, flick whatever hair they've got left on their head around a little bit, because they will be in some space. They will get a lot more space. And you'll get to see that spray. You'll get to see a little bit of skills, and we'll go through the team a little bit more in a while. But you do have a mismatch of ages and generations.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. We know that, well, just a quick glance down tells us that the likes of Luis Garcia is here, who not that long ago finished playing his football when he went over and played in India. Kwame, we all know about him. Don Hutchinson, of course, everyone will know about him with the Premier League over throughout Asia and the world. Jason McAteer, of course, he used to come out to Asia to do the punditry many years ago. Jermaine Pennant, he's recently just hung up his boots. Like you said, there's some stars there. Heskey, Emil Heskey. Aurelio, again, another Champions League winner when it turns around and comes to the Liverpool side. As for Manchester United, well, we can go back as far as Clayton Blackmore. He was one of the first signings that's joined up with Sir Alex Ferguson many moons ago. You've got Lee Martin, who could forget his heroics in the FA Cup final against Crystal Palace. Teddy Sheringham, I was talking to Teddy earlier, he's really looking forward to this occasion. Wes Brown, he's hung up his boots. Dimitar Berbatov, who along with Wes Brown both played for a team called the Kerala Blasters over in India, and they've just hung up their boots. Dwight York, another big legendary name. So there are big names here, not to mention the likes of Jurich, Fandi, Indra Dawud, Noalam Shah for Singapore. They're big players.
Big players for big occasions, and players worthy of a venue like this. You already alluded to, Paul, beautiful venue that this is. The sound stays in. We've got the roof going over it today, and it should be a real spectacle. And some of the players you named, Paul, lovely skills that they had, but they all fit into various holes for their time. You know, you mentioned Clayton Blackmore, also known as Stumpy. He was just very good at what he did. Very stalk. You're looking at an 8 out of 10 footballer week in, week out. Dwight York, far more expressive. And I'm interested every time they get a little touch of the ball, just that familiar gait that they have, that familiar style, just rolling back the years, rolling back the memories.
I think that's exactly what you're doing sitting here with me, John. We haven't done a commentary now for quite a while, have we? So
No.
we're going to have a little bit of fun. So we do apologise ahead of time. but John's beard is looking very, very long. It's been that long since I've seen him. He said rolling back the time. I think you need to roll back the razor blade, John. Now, well, the sides are in the tunnel. We do know that. We can see down below us, they're almost all set to come out. Singapore on the right-hand side there. You can see big Alexander Duric. You can see the mascot there enjoying himself as well. There's Ian Houlihan, of course, who is the front face and the head of the presenting sponsor, the World Football Legends. It's his gate that's brought this tournament together, brought this opportunity for people to come out and witness the stars. And there you can see the Liverpool side. Louis Garcia is the captain for them. There's Al Hassan, of course, another legendary goalkeeper here in Singapore. Oh my, John, that's like you. You always want to be on TV. Look, there you go. He's jumping up and down and saying, please take a picture of me.
He's about my height as well.
Great for the kids as well, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
I mean, eventually they will understand the legendary status of some of these players, won't they? But it won't happen now. It's when they become a little bit older.
No, it's all when they look back as well, isn't it? But a lovely opportunity to walk out of a proper sports-specific football stadium tunnel with these legendary players. Luis Garcia there, it's still in terrific shape. And it's the players that are in good physical shape are the ones that are going to turn it on. David James, they're having a bit of problems with that hairdo. I don't really know what he's going after there.
Well,
but
let's just hope his feet are a little bit quicker than Strictly Come Dancing, of course, where, of course, he performed valiantly, I think it was, for the first few weeks before being voted out. I remember his Batman theme. I was in England at the time, and he was dancing to Batman, yeah. And he was dressed up as Batman.
Oh. I mean, I'm just trying to get a mental picture of that, Paul, and yeah, that's taken me back.
Well, these people, they are stars. They do get asked to do these things, of course. You turn around, you look at Jermaine Pennant was on Celebrity Big Brother, because football now has become something for the masses, for everybody. They do get picked up by television networks with reality shows, with Dancing on Ice,
yep.
Strictly Come Dancing, Big Brother in the Jungle. We know Harry Redknapp won that back in the UK last year. So football really is the global sport.
Well, it is, and especially for characters like Harry Redknapp and Jermaine Pennant. Jermaine Pennant, he's had a colourful past. He's had an interesting background. And Jermaine Pennant, who I don't think took Singapore by storm when he was here, but it was very, very interesting to see him over here. Lovely fella, very, very genuinely wanted to do well in the S League and now the SPL. And people want to see that. People want to see what footballers and managers, former managers, are really like in a hostile environment, would you say?
Well, it will be. It will be a little bit hostile. There's no doubt about that, because the Singapore boys, I was talking to them a little bit earlier on, there was a bit of a get-together lunch for all of the players along with certain sponsors a little bit of a while ago, which was fantastic. I was there. I went to have a chat to all the boys, and everybody's up for this. They're all keen as mustard, but they're all here to enjoy themselves and enjoy the experience and try and put on a show for these fans that have come out to watch.
Well, I was speaking to Ali Imran Lomri, Indra Shadan Dowd in the tunnel earlier, and they said that they believe that they can win this one. They reckon they can win this one. They think they're in good shape. They've been training leading up to this, and they really fancy it. Got to say, Paul, they didn't really want to put on a show. They're not interested in turning out for the fans. They actually want to win this one. They genuinely want to win it. And look at the faces coming out. There's some steel there. There's Fahmi Abdullah and Zulkarnain Zainal just behind him, Dallas Supia, and Noor Alam Shah Along, as he's known.
Well, two of him.
Yeah.
He's a big lad. He's put on some weight since he's
boy
finished,
now.
but I'll tell you something, he can finish. If he gets the opportunity, he will slam that ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, he'll still get around the pitch as well. It's an appetite, still got an appetite for the game. It's a good side, it's a decent side the Lions have. As our backs in as well, who are technically very, very sound.
Well, Singapore are on the pitch, and now it's time for Liverpool to enter the arena. As you can see, Phil Babb there, Smitsa, Trigger, as he's known, Jason McAteer is there, Kvami. There's Jermaine Pennant, you mentioned him, Emil Heskey. There's Paul Walsh as well. And John Beresford, who is here as a guest of the World Football Legends. And because of one or two injury problems and one or two issues that this Liverpool side have had, he's been drafted into the squad.
Well, there you go then.
They did ask me, but I said no. I didn't want to play.
Well, for various reasons, Paul. I won't state all of them. But yeah, there you go, an exclusive. Beresford signs for Liverpool.
And here are the Manchester United legends, led out by Wes Brown, Teddy Sheringham, of course. He is there. There's Greening and Gillespie as well. There was a night with Gillespie and Beresford at the Penny Black the other night, which is the official Newcastle United supporters club. They were there. There's Lee Martin, of course, who scored that wonder goal, as it were, with Berbatov following, and Dwight York. And, of course, the man they named twice, Jemba, brings up the rear for the Manchester United team.
He's accompanied by Mr. Rufi Tiamli, CEO of in Singapore.
So an opportunity for the sponsors and the VIP guests to come out and meet the players before we do get proceedings underway.
And the Strategic Development Officer, India, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Also with us, one of the VIPs, Mr. Alan Quinn, Director of Red One Private Limited, and Mr. Lebron Aristoy, General Manager, Delegation House. Gentlemen. So we're just going to wait for the VIPs to shake the hands of all the three teams.
There we go, the dignitaries are making their way, and they're going to start at the far end. And is it my eyes, or is that like just an off, is it an orange, or is it a red? John?
Yeah, it's a bit of an off red, isn't it, that one? Yeah, doesn't look completely red to me, but maybe it's just the lights in here.
Well, you can see that the sponsors, or one of the lead sponsors there, has got his red shirt on for the Battle of the Reds here. Brought to you by the World Football Legends in Hulan there, going down, just thanking everybody for coming out to participate and play. This the first leg, of course. They will be going on to Kota Kinabalu, Manchester United and Liverpool, to go and play an exhibition match over there afterwards in the next couple of days. Handshakes all round though. It's always promising as we get down to the United team. Wes Brown had a spell for a season at Curler Blasters, and Teddy Sheringham actually had a spell as a manager out there with a team called ATK.
That's right, lest we forget. A while ago now.
I was having a little chat with him earlier on about Indian football, and he was asking me how some of the players were doing, because I keep a close eye on proceedings over there. Very keen to hear that some of the players that he helped develop and bring through are going on to bigger and better things now this season, which is good for him as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's good that these legend players taking an interest in this part of the world, football development in this part of the world. Wes Brown, as you see there was a lot of talk just before his retirement. A lot of talk about him maybe playing for DPMM Brunei for a while. That fell through. Then consequently hung his boots up. But look, a lot of these players find their way over to this continent quite readily, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I had a good chat with Wes about finishing football, and I said, "Are you still looking in good shape?" He said, "The difference is, Paul," he said, "I've only just started going back to the gym." He said, "I was lazy for a few months because," he said, "once I'd finished, I just wanted to relax. If I wanted to go out and have a dinner with my wife and a few glasses of wine, or just to chill out with my friends for a few hours, I could." It's a total different thing when you retire from the game than when you're actually playing the game.
Yeah. When you're playing the game, you're getting paid to get there, you're getting paid to rest, you're getting paid to work out. The problem is, once you've retired, you give yourself that 2-3 months maximum. You better get in the gym quickly, because you will blow up and look like you've been stung by a bee quite sharpish.
Why are you looking at me like that, John? It took me 15 years.
But you're in, you're back in now. You're on that train now.
So the United team will be led off the pitch, and they will be the ones that will miss out on the first game. First game up will be Liverpool versus Singapore, and it's coming in a few moments' time live here from the Singapore Sports Hub, the Singapore National Stadium. It looks like we're almost all set to go. Are you happy and you know it, John?
I'm always happy, and most people know that.
Are you clapping your hands? Or have we got happy hands here?
Straight into some Queen as well now. Oh, we're getting the remix. We're getting the full remix here in the stadium.
We don't mind that, do we? So John will be in charge of this game. There's the Singapore team. Young and fresh. I would say the oldest player there is probably Zulkarnain. Zul at the back.
Yeah.
His boots up a good few seasons ago. Of course now
Dallas Supiat or Zulkarnain Zaino. We've got to remember as well, Alex Djuric is what, 50 now?
it's close to it, yeah.
49, 50, yeah.
Of course, still playing till he was about the age of, what, 43, 44, national,
40,
international
45 years old, yep. But it's a little bit different level. Alex Djuric is a former Olympian, former Olympic rower. So, a lifelong athlete.
Well, here is the starting lineup then for the Liverpool Reds. It looks like this. David James will be in goal. Kwame will be at the back with Hutchinson and Bab. Then they're going to play a three at the back by the looks of things, with Jason McAteer on the right, Aurelio on the left, Heskey up front with Pennant, Louis Garcia and Smisa in the middle. As for Singapore, well, they're going with what looks like a 4-3-3. Nur Ali, Farouk Zul, Ali Imran, Fahmi, Dallas, Azhar in the middle of the park with Indra Djuric and big Noor Alam Shah up front. Come on, John. I'm going to get you to try and earn your money here. Who do you think's going to win this one?
Well, it's going to be tight because Liverpool they're busy in that midfield area. They've got Jermaine Pennant that's still, just over mid-30s, only just retired. You've got Stephen Thompson, who's very stocky and stout, but will always be busy, carries his weight well. But if you look at the Singapore side, Dallas Supiat, busy, played with him at Woodlands when I first came over to Singapore. On that left-hand side, great energy, Ali Imran Lomri. I'm going to go for Singapore just to sneak this one, Paul.
Wow. There's the bench. There you can see Beresford sitting down. You can actually see as well Paul Walsh is there as well. Big wave from him. Dernan's there as well. So do have a couple of players that they can call on.
Yeah, but not many though, Paul.
We may have to get stripped, you know. I'm being serious. We may have to go and help them out.
I haven't got my boots. I don't have my boots. I think Paul Walsh's will fit me though.
That Walsh will get on at some stage. Don't worry about that.
20 minutes for half.
So 20 minutes will be the half, and it's Emil Heskey that gets us underway with Liverpool kicking from left to right. And you can see the tempo and the way that this one is going to be played. A lot of ball possession. You don't want to be giving the ball away, do you, John?
No, you don't, because you won't see it for a long time otherwise. I don't think either side has any interest in pressing whatsoever. There won't be a lot of high blocks, as the modern football pundits like to talk about now, with that gegenpressing style. None of that. There'll be a soak and counter type of style.
Here's Garcia. Just flicks it out wide. There's Indra. Indra Dawar just dropping back into the hole, but it's Aurelio that keeps it in.
Well, Luis Garcia is going to be key for the Reds because he's the one who's going to be dropping in between the lines there, and he's the one who's still in phenomenal shape. They'll be getting him the ball as often as possible.
He was unbelievable when he played over in India, I have to tell you. One of the best players in the league, I think it's fair to say. Good block and closing down there from Fahmi. It's Smisa just firing the ball out wide. Aurelio was here in 2009, played at the old National Stadium with the Liverpool team that came over when the Cup came to Asia, as it was touted then. There's Zul just dealing with that one. Had a haircut the other day because of today's game, did Zulkarnain.
Yeah, traditionally likes to keep that long, Zulkarnain Zainal. Lovely left foot he's got. Never had any pace, so he's not lost anything. But very, very calm. Used to play as a left back at times as well when he was domestic football.
Was easily dealt with there by Thompson. Good closing down there from Smiza. It is again. Just changes his feet so that they can go out the other way. Hutchinson did well to retain possession. Aurelio goes past Indra. Here is Luis Garcia. Oh, that's what it means if you put a sliding tackle in. The fans know it as well.
Yeah, well, he is doing it on Indra. I've never seen Indra really force himself in a tackle in his whole career. Indra is all about playing on the shoulder, so I don't think Indra really had any intention of going in for that. But
Said Farouk did.
Said Farouk would, yeah, he
just
certainly
giving away
would.
a free kick.
You see these Liverpool players as well, just switching positions at will. Jermaine Pennant, really playing up front.
Yeah, with Emil Heskey.
Yeah.
Luis Garcia in the hole behind. That's given away. Here's Juric.
Oh, and that's a foul, surely. Referee.
May just have caught a divot on that occasion.
Always, when you go down on a football pitch, it's always worth appealing, Paul. And if you shank across, have a look at the pitch. Got to let people know.
As for a corner. All the way to this near side. Hutchinson, who's pushed on from that centre-back position, or the sweeper role that he's adopted today. Here's Pennant. Our first real look at Jermaine Pennant. Does well to create a yard. Oh, hangs it up at the far post. Great ball in. Great goal. Who else but Luis Garcia at the far post? You called it early, John. You said it's going to be down to him if they do well today. And Luis Garcia, with just 4 minutes on the clock, buries the header after a lovely ball from Jermaine Pennant.
Well, we always know Jermaine Pennant's had quality. Always slung quality in all throughout his career. Didn't get nearly enough goals, mind. And I tell you, Ali Imran Lomri didn't do nearly enough in this situation here. Needed to get closer. Didn't really have much of an interest in closing down. Luis Garcia on the back post. Well, he isolates Noor Ali and Farouk back there. And it's a simple header for him, but great work from Jermaine Pennant.
Scoring the first goal for the Liverpool Greens.
What a wonderful goal it was. That's
what
a
a ball
lovely
that
ball.
is.
Switched early, though. Dallas just couldn't bring that under control. And, well, has he got the wrong boots on as well? That's two Singapore players that have slipped already.
Well, I don't know if this pitch is on a tilt. A certain little tilt there sliding down for the Singapore players, but it was a lovely ball just put out there by, I think it was Azhar Baksin. Just shoveled that ball out to Dallas Supiat. And these are the areas now Singapore needs to just take their time and build up, start moving the opposition around. In these games, that's going to be key.
Vastly experienced players. There's Luis Garcia just clattering into Noor Alam Shah. And, well, when he played in his heyday, that was something that you wouldn't want to do.
No. Having played with Noor Alam Shah in away matches, Saudi Arabia, Iran, he used to scare the death out of backlines there. The type of player that you would rather play with than against, Paul.
Yeah, just sitting in front of the back four as well, which is unusual. I thought we'd see pushed a little bit further forwards. Ball played forwards there from Noor Ali. And David James comfortably comes off his line to get that one. Here's Jason McAteer. Lovely ball for Emil Heskey, who just chests it down. Luis Garcia looks and plays it out wide. Aurelio with a ball in. Just too heavy for Jermaine Pennant, who was coming in at the far post.
Well,
nice play, though.
Yeah, really nice link-up play. Started off by Jason McAteer, but at the back post there, Ali Imran Lomri does really well. Just gave Jermaine Pennant a little nudge there. So you've got Noor Ali on the right-hand side, Ali Imran Lomri on the left, both playing wing-backs, really.
is Pennant. Jason McAteer played against Rangers the other way. That's a lovely ball from Pennant, and that's a great run forwards as well from Kwame. Just strolled up from the back. Should really have done better there.
Yeah, not picked up, just ghosted in there. Lovely ball from Jermaine Pennant outside of that right boot. And Liverpool do well just to get back in a position nice and sharply.
There it is again. Look, that wonderful ball played just inside, almost catching Singapore out. Ooh, Norlam Shah just keeping possession. Here's Indra. Juric making the run into the channel. O'Reilly with the ball in. Fahmy just got caught underneath the ball.
Yeah, he did. He staggered his run a little bit too much there, Fahmy Abdullah. If he'd just carried on in a straight line, that ball would have verdoinked right on top of his head. Noor Ali coming into play a little bit now.
Is Heskey. Went to control it but missed it, so
fortunately
the bounce took it out for a corner. And you have to say there's a couple of big boys down there for the Liverpool side.
You don't have to say that, Paul. You don't have to say that. I know.
Well, Phil Babb's 6'1", 6'2". Ammo Heskey's 6'1",
you mean
6'2".
height-wise? Gotcha.
Well, I'm not the one that turned around and called somebody Stumpy earlier, so let's get that one straight. So
that was his nickname.
Pennant delivers. It's a decent ball. Looking for Babb. Oh, it's come off the head of a blue shirt, and there's a little bit of a furore there, and the referee says Heskey was a little bit too physical.
I'm not sure if Heskey's asking what it was for, because he certainly didn't feel like he did anything wrong, and it's free kick was given. It wasn't for that. It was just on that back post. A clash, just on the back post.
They get going against Singapore.
Noor Alam Shah coming really deep now, playing that little pivot role. He used to do that in training. Used to come and get lots of touches of the ball and then get berated by Radi Avramovic to push further forward. Noor Ali's in a wonderful position on that far left.
Here's Juric. Fahmy just keeps it. Azar delivers. Easily dealt with though. Hutchinson just with that cushion header down. Oh, that's a big strong sliding challenge, but he failed to get it, did Dallas.
Lots of space for Jason McAteer to gallop into.
Well, I don't think gallop's the right word with Jason. I think he'd be the first to admit that. Nickname, of course, Trigger.
Yeah, unfair. Yeah, quite unfairly though. I mean, you hear that later on. He says that he played up to that a little bit.
No, he did.
Back in the day.
He did.
Because he's quite a cerebral, certainly intelligent man.
He's a very good lad. Some of the stories he's told us before were, well, unbelievable really.
It was a lively dressing room he was in during his time in Liverpool.
That's good play from Norlam Shah there. On the midfield, maestro.
You say they got his little nutmegs in and then look back as well. Almost as good as a goal in nutmegs at this level.
Rich sprays it out wide. Noali cuts back, tries to chop it into the path of Juric. Again, it gets cut out so the Reds can come forwards. Liverpool looking to counter. Heskey looked as though he was just offside, John. That was directly in line with us when that was played through. So
yeah, well, he wanted that a little bit sooner, didn't he? But as Jermaine played that, the ball just bobbled up, and that means it was over hit. It was close, though. I think Heskey's still admiring his movement. Noor Ali gets the ball again. Great little spray over there, all the way over to Juric.
what can he do? He's up against Phil Babb. Gets past him. It's Djuric.
Oh,
It's 1-1.
there it is.
Well, the goal machine keeps scoring. He did it for club, he did it for country, he's now doing it for the Masters. Alexander Djuric took on Phil Babb and buried it in the top corner to draw things all square.
Lovely sprayed pass by Noor Ali. He underhit one earlier on, but Djuric in one-on-one situation with Phil Babb. Phil Babb gets squared up, gets nutmegged in fact, and Alex just buries that. David James, no chance. Lovely finish, had a lot to do from a tight angle. Have a look at that, lovely pass out wide. Phil Babb just couldn't get there initially, and he couldn't recover. He was backpedaling into the box.
It was a little nutmegs as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, little nutmegs from there. I'm not sure how much Djuric knew about that, but is he not one to look for the nutmegs? He certainly want to look for that top corner, though. What a finish.
I'll tell you what, if you just looked at Kvami there, he turned around and had a right go at Phil Babb there. That tells you that these players are up for it as well. They don't like to lose. Here's McAteer. Now Singapore force their way back into this game. Will there be a little bit of magic? That's the question. His Pennant, who's dropped very, very deep to try and get on the ball. Phil Babb. Smeesa. That looked like a foul. No, said the referee. Thompson wins it back though. Aurelio. Louis Garcia fighting and battling away. There was a little kick out there, so there could be a little bit of magic here.
Well, it's a lovely distance actually for someone who can strike one, and there's a few. Jermaine might fancy this one. Saw him score an absolute worldie in the Singapore Domestic League when he was here from this distance. Yeah, that's classic Noor Alam Shah there, just
getting underneath,
chopping away. He's having a little smile as well. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Jermaine Pennant. It's a good distance out for him. He can get it over the wall and under that crossbar.
Well, it's 30 yards out. They're just about a yard or two ahead of the 18-yard line. So, are we going to see a bit of left foot magic or right foot magic? It's Aurelio. He's trying to go back across goal.
It's nowhere near. Jermaine will be saying that he'll have the next one.
If they get another one. Of course, the new rules apply. The players will be up to speed on them. Saif Farouk doing well to cut that one out.
Yeah, read that one brilliantly, didn't he? And good turn from Dallas.
Here we go again. Here's Djuric.
One-on-one situation, needs to get the ball in the box as quickly as possible.
Noali tees it up. Dallas tries to skip and jink his way through.
That's unlucky. Almost jinked his way through there brilliantly.
McAteer just flicks it out wide. It's over for Saif Farouk. A real chance here to make it two. Heskey. Good block from Ali Imran. Danger not cleared though. Jermaine Pennant tries to hang it up to the far post. Smeesa helps it back in. McAteer with a strike. And the acrobatics from Reza Hassan.
Well, I think that was for us. That was for the camera's benefit there from Reza Hassan. Jason McAteer not happy. Didn't really get hold of that. Almost turned out goal though, didn't it? Good opportunity for Liverpool on a number of occasions. You feel that Heskey perhaps should have buried this one. Lovely touch from Smeesa.
Dragged at Reza Hassan. Easy keeping. Easy save. There's that move again, John. That ball floated in for Vladimir Smeesa. That was just a fraction too high for Saif Farouk.
Yeah, Heskey's touch not tight enough there, and Jermaine Pennant just clipping that towards the back post for Smeesa. Smeesa As Ali Imran Lomri clears that, McAteer just can't sneak that under the crossbar.
Definitely one for the cameras.
Rizal straight down his throat.
I think we'll have to mention that to him later. That's given away by David James. Of course, he had an unsuccessful spell as manager in India with a team called Kerala Blasters.
Oh, good work from Dallas initially, and lovely run from Juric. Just couldn't get it in behind Phil Babb, who brings the ball out. Nice ebb and flow to this game, Paul.
Yeah, there is. There's only a couple of minutes to go in this first half. Here's Smisa. Well, obviously saw someone in the crowd.
Oh, Jason McAteer on our side, this near side here. I've just wheeled away in disgust, wanted the ball.
Singapore drop in deep just to try and play their way out from the back. Here's Noor Alam Shah. Finds Juric in the centre circle.
Oh, lovely run from Noor Ali.
Noor Ali tries to head it on into the path of Dallas Sapayat, but just couldn't get there. Look as though Liverpool might be getting ready to make a change. Durnin just doing a few stretches down by the dugouts. Kwame again. Just conceded possession. Alam Shah with another nutmeg, was that?
Yeah, that's two. He's just put his fingers up as well. He said that's two to Zul.
Indra, who's dropped deep as well. Ali Imran. Alam Shah wanting runners, but no one there.
No movement ahead of him. You can see the players now just sucking deep breaths.
There's no movement behind him. Oh.
Well, there's a little bit of pressure there from Thompson on Noor Alam Shah.
Yeah, well, the error was
Works out
forced.
well.
Correct. That's going to be a throw-in for Liverpool. Jason McAteer gets it back. Hutchinson. Heskey did well initially, but lost out in the end. Fami.
Well, Fami needed to pass that earlier.
Smita doing well to close down and win it back. McAteer. Garcia tried the little back heel. Well worked there from Azhar, but there is the half-time whistle. So the players will give themselves a little rest, a little break here. It's been an entertaining 20 minutes though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Saw some lovely touches. Lovely goal from Alexander Juric. Lovely work from Lucio. Luis Garcia. We've had some good stuff from Noor Alam Shah in that central midfield area. Some lovely touches. Jermaine Pennant looked terrific.
So it was Luis Garcia with a header after just 4 minutes when Jermaine Pennant hung it up at the far post that started proceedings. Alexander Juric with a wonderful solo run to slam it home means at half-time it's Liverpool Reds 1, Singapore Reds 1. It's the older boys and their turn to be in the spotlight. 1-1 going into the second half. Things and proceedings got underway with Luis Garcia scoring after just 4 minutes with a header, and Alexander Juric just 8 minutes later squaring things all up. Have there been any changes? I think it looks as though Lionel Lewis has gone in goal for Singapore, so that's definitely a change there. We'll try and see what other changes have been made. Stephen Tan looks as though he's come on as well. So Singapore have made a couple of changes. Well, we'll see if Liverpool have as well. I doubt that they'll have made any at the moment. They're going to be trying to rest and rotate their squad throughout the day today.
Well, Singapore's playing a front two now with Juric and Indra Shadandoud.
Smita just plays it wide to Pennant. Pennant clips it in, it's over Heskey. Coolly done there from Azhar. I think it's Noor Ali that's gone off, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looks like Noor Ali. Ali Imran Longri still on the left-hand side. Interesting to see Lionel Lewis just launch that long there, trying to isolate that back three of Liverpool. Indra's still got a little bit of pace. Make no mistake about that.
There's Thompson. Just keeping it simple. Chance here though, pull back in. Heskey's almost there, but it's easily dealt with in the end. Here it is again. McAteer starting that move, finds Pennant.
Was this a little pass back? There, from Zulkarnain Zainal. Zul, hands up. Wow, referee let it go, and Alam Shah let that one go to almost great effect.
Here's McAteer again. Little step over from Garcia. Heskey picks up the loose ball while the two of them are tugging and battling away with each other. Taken quickly though. That's well won though. And well won very quickly. Was that Guster? Is Guster on as well? The long range strike comes to nothing. So it just look as though...
I think Guster's come on, yeah.
It's Dallas that's gone off as well, I think. Dallas Sapayat. So those are the three changes made by Singapore. Just keeping the legs fresh. Of course, they'll be on about 5 minutes after this game against the Liverpool Reds. The Manchester United Reds, I'm sorry. Oh, getting confused with all these Reds.
Battle of the Reds, Paul.
I know it's Battle of the Reds, but if you look at the screen up to our right-hand side, the Liverpool Reds are in blue, but they're not. They're in red. Here is Indra in blue for Singapore.
Oh, Noor Alam Shah, Guster rather, fancy coming onto that first time. Indra just sold him short there.
Now the counter's on. Here's Pennant. Has McAteer outside him, uses him. Here's Pennant. Louis Garcia. Well read there from Zul. Oh, Fami just couldn't get that under control or bring it down. Aurelio looks for the give and go. Gets it back. Just dinks it to the far post. How about that for a touch from Louis Garcia?
Good save
nice
from Lionel.
Little step over there from Heskey, but good save from Lionel Lewis.
Yeah, I thought Aurelio overcooked that cross initially, but Louis Garcia just pulled it down out of the sky. Great football all round. Good stop from Lionel as well. Have a look at this. Aurelio stands this up to the back post. Oh, we're not going to see that first touch. Oh, but the first touch was absolutely sublime. Good reflexes from Lionel Lewis.
Liverpool pressing a little bit now. Here's Thompson.
Is he going to have a strike?
He's
Oh.
thinking about it.
Well, he was thinking about his hamstrings. Just gave him a little rub before striking that one.
That wasn't a
Not
bad
a good
effort.
save from Lionel.
Yeah, Lionel Lewis called into action yet again, diving down to the left and pushing it away to safety. This one's hung up high. Bab goes there. Louis Garcia, lovely feet from Louis Garcia. Look to try and walk that one in, though.
Singapore, yeah, really pegged back now. Singapore looking a little bit ragged, a little bit frayed. It's all Liverpool just now.
It is at the moment as Aurelio comes again. Smisa to Aurelio. Jermaine Pennant. Louis Garcia. McAteer. Better patient now from the Liverpool Reds. Well, 2 blue shirts there to ensure Heskey didn't get it. It's out wide again. McAteer. Just flicked out from Thompson. Pennant delivers. Oh, it's a lovely little floated ball into McAteer. Headed away by Said Farouk. Important header as well.
Well, it looks like on the sidelines for Liverpool, Durning's warming up. Looks like Liverpool are looking to try and make a change. Juric is on the run.
Here they go. Has he got enough to get away and keep possession? No.
A stronger ball from Juric would have seen Indra in behind there. Definitely trying to soak and counter now.
There's been a little bit more one-way traffic this second period. Pennant again hangs it up, looking for Louis Garcia at the far post. Easily dealt with. Just a little burst of pace there from Aurelio. Got him to the ball quickly.
Busy work from Juric and Gusta.
Juric just skips past one. Oh, it's a clumsy challenge, which has allowed Singapore to come forwards. Here's Indra. Indra looks to go himself, gets past Hutchinson.
Oh, unlucky.
Just run out of space.
To be fair to Don Hutchinson, he just about did enough. It's going to take him a while to recover from that. He's looking at a darker shade of red in the cheeks than his shirt.
Looks as though there's going to be a couple of changes here for Liverpool the next time the ball goes out. Rory Winters as well looks as though he's coming on. As well as Durnan.
Alam Shah just playing a little 1-2 off Jermaine Pennant there. Ali Murlomi's got lots of space ahead of him.
Just trying to be a little bit too precise in giving that ball back.
Now changes will be made.
So it is going to be Durnan that's coming on, and it is going to be Rory Winters.
A little.
Who's that who's coming off?
Thompson's coming off, yeah.
Comes off. And who's gone off on the far side?
I think it's Jason McAteer, yeah.
So can these two make the difference? There is another 40-minute game for them a little bit later on. The Manchester United Reds are down in front of us, just watching on eagerly. They'll be playing in about 20-25 minutes time. Garcia just couldn't feed that through how he wanted. Here's Juric again. Indra. Gusta just trying to keep possession. Azar.
Yeah, again, really spaced out now, especially in that midfield area for both sides. Heskey's peeled away over to the left, but got no support whatsoever.
He's just taking his time, waiting for the support. He comes with Pennant. Given away though, looking for Louis Garcia, who does well to chase back in. Aurelio just gets his body in the way there. Nicely helped on from Pennant. Real chance here. Dunning, can he pick someone out? No. Paul Walsh getting ready to come on as well.
Oh, it's a little bit naughty, that one.
Is that going to be a yellow card?
Vladimir Smica jumping in there. Dodgy tackle on Fahmi Abdullah. Have a look at this. Yeah. In slow motion, Fahmi's not happy about that.
He's had a little go back as well, to be fair.
Yeah, he's still having a go as well, Fahmi.
It's Vladimir Smica that gets the yellow card. So, while that was happening, a change was made. Walsh comes on. It's Heskey that's gone off.
Substitution for the Liverpool Reds.
And Malik, well, he's going to get a bit of a run. Noam Shah that's come off.
Malik Awab straight into the action there. Referee allows that play to go on as he was pulled back.
Well, Zul almost getting a nosebleed because he's getting close to the halfway line, so elects to just keep possession.
Lovely first time ball out there from Gusta.
It's into Juric, the flag stays down. Juric!
Oh, he gets another goal.
That's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Was it offside? But Juric didn't need a second invitation. Alexander Juric absolutely smashes this one into the back of the net. Wow, what a finish.
Lovely finish, lovely finish. Didn't he need to take another touch? Fahmi Abdullah looks up, lovely little cute chip over to Juric. He's already on the half turn, edge of the box. David James gets nowhere near that. I think David James' starting position's not great. Maybe he was caught out, maybe he had his hair in his eyes. First time ball out from Gusta, lovely. Look at this little chip over to Juric, takes it on his chest, on the volley. Rasps that into the bottom corner. David James asking for the offside. There's no VAR. We won't have another look at it. Looked okay to us.
No, it was close, but the goal stands. Oh, a little mistake from Zul as it opened the door here for Louis Garcia. He wants the free kick, saying he was hacked away at, and he has a little bit of a point there.
Well, I guess he does. But once you get your shot away, referee says that you're able to get your shot away. The advantage was with you, so that's put to bed. Liverpool need to regroup. Need to get hold of the ball. Lovely touch that from Fahmi Abdullah. Always been a wonderful technician, Fahmi. It was just his athleticism that really curtailed his career, really.
Well, can Singapore hang on? What would be a historic victory, even at the Masters level. They've got 6.5 minutes. Can they see it through? They are taking their time. A little bit of game management. I told you before, it's all about wanting to win. And you can see that from Smica, the way that he's just attacked that ball and took his yellow card. Garcia tried to thread it through to Pennant. Little pockets opening up now for Singapore. Indra, nice little layoff from him. Gets absolutely clattered afterwards though by Hutchinson. Play allowed to continue.
Yeah, and referee's not even having a word. Thing is, Indra wasn't braced for that. He's just laid the ball off. He's not braced for the contact at all.
Play continues. They're not putting it out of play, Liverpool. Aurelio. Here's Walsh. Well read. Well intercepted by Stephen Tan. Here's Djuric, who's come deep again. Just keeps it simple. Fami. It's a little give and go with Djuric. Ali Imran keeps going.
Don't think he realised he actually got past Smica there.
Indra. Back to Djuric. Easily muscled out there. Hutchinson just getting his body in the way.
Carries on his run,
yeah,
Don
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
Keeps going, does Don Hutchinson. Garcia's come short. Lack of options. Pennant delivers. No, it's a total mistimed header though. What a chance that was for Paul Walsh.
Now, worth having a look at Don Hutchinson, whether he can get back in at all.
Climb's had to go with Djuric, who made the run. Indra closed down quickly. Batlin nudging away there for the ball. Aurelio won it back. Play continues. Here's Pennant again. Just dinks it to the far post. Smica pulls it back, and it's a simple tap in by Louis Garcia. We might have only had 2 goal scorers today, but we've had 4 goals.
And we've had some cracking goals, haven't we? Some really good team goals.
That was the perfect team goal.
Lovely, wasn't it? On the counter-attack, Jermaine Pennant just clipping it to the back post. It's what he's been doing all evening, really, Jermaine Pennant. Keeps his head up here, has a look, waits for the space to open up. Beautifully flighted delivery there. And as the ball's just pulled back, Luis Garcia gobbles that one up, no problem. Good goal from Liverpool. Lovely game. Really good tempo to this game.
Very well worked goal. As you say, Pennant to the far post, just waited for Smica to drift in there. And sometimes when you put it back across goal, you need your runners going in there, and that's exactly what Louis Garcia did. Made that run, got the goal. Now, is there going to be late drama here in this one? Garcia with the little layoff. Saifaruk doing ever so well just to get a big toe in there. Here's Fami. Clock ticking down, and a chance for the hat-trick. Djuric!
Oh, I can see what he was trying to do there.
That's gone out for a throw-in. Almost. Got it wrong, though.
Got it
wrong.
Right idea, just got the skill wrong. David James was off his line. Djuric just trying to lift it over him. He knows it was on. That little chip over David James was definitely on. Liverpool opened up again.
What a chance that was. So just under 2 minutes to go, plus whatever the officials deem necessary. Here's Walsh.
Little cameo turn there from Paul Walsh. First couple of touches from him.
Great technical player during his. That's a lovely ball threaded through as well, and a real lovely touch from Dunin. The flag's gone up though. That was close. That was very, very close.
The ball's flat, so they're changing that one over.
He did look a little bit flat. That one's a little bit flat. No, that one's okay. That's just about going to see this one out by the looks of things. Just about a minute to go. Just enough to win the foul on that occasion. Garcia with the layoff. Pennant drills it forwards.
Lionel did there really well there.
Very well. Very, very good. Here's Juric again. Just flicks it forwards. No mistakes from Kwame to play it back to David James. 2 minutes of time will be added on. The Manchester United team have just gone to do a little bit of a warm-up now. But there'll be 2 minutes left. Will there be a little bit of late drama? What a ball that is, looking for Jermaine Pennant, who gets in front of Ali. Ali Imran did well to recover there.
He did indeed, yeah. Somewhat of an up and under, that ball, and it could have turned out really well for Jermaine.
I think this one may finish itself all square. Kwame making sure of that with that challenge. So this surely the last attack. Bab strolls forward, tries to get in on the action. Here's Durnin. Garcia with a ball over the top, looking for Bab. Oh, went for the fancy little bit of skill. Ends up being a goal kick. That should just about do it. And it does. Nice, entertaining open game to start us off with this, the World Football Legends Battle of the Reds, John, here in Singapore.
Yeah, really nice bit of entertainment. We saw 4 absolute cracking goals. Good team goals from Liverpool, some individual efforts from Alexander Juric. And as we thought might be, Paul, it's the boys who are in top nick that get the top plaudits.
That's a wrap for this episode of One Play Classic. Do remember to stay tuned to One Play Sports as we continue our effort to create heroes and connect communities. Remember to follow us on our social media channels, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and Twitter for the latest updates. We'll see you next time.